Hey guys, you're listening to another off-season episode of Everything Horror Podcast with your host, Paul Dolsky, with special guest, Crystal here and Barry. Say hello, guys.
What's up?
So, today's little off-season is about our newest charity for the team, The Haunters, that we decided to create because we figured, hey, we all enjoyed helping Barry here, so why not try to keep it going? But this time we will we'll crank it up a notch. So instead of doing it for a month like Barry did, we're doing it for a whole year. That's right, a whole year. Our goal is like $5,000, but like me and Barry were talking about that, and we kind of agreed on $5,000 would seem about the right estimate, I guess we'll say. The right goal for a year.
Yeah.
But, Barry, so I know me and you were talking about it with, like, schedule and rewards and stuff, but, is there anything that you would like to add before we kind of get into it?
No, I definitely want to talk about, I think, the milestones. Like, milestones, I think, should be something that we should do because, one, like I said, no matter what happens with the whole thing, we are, at the end of the day, the goal is to help raise money for cancer. Like, that's the goal. So, while we try to head towards that goal, I think it'd be a really cool thing to do, like, milestones to keep it fun while we still raise money for cancer. So, like I said, so I was thinking about we could do, like different things, like, if it's, like, different challenges, different, like, things that, that's funny, that we can all agree, that we can all have a good time while doing. I haven't actually thought about it, but I definitely think we should definitely do some stuff like that to keep the charity fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not just people coming in like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna throw you a few bucks and call it a day. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
that's good. People can still do that, but I wanna be able to. Hey, look, we hit $100, so Barry can do so-and-so, like he can do something, or we hit $300, Crystal can do so-and-so, or hey, we hit $500, Tessa and Lamont can both do so-and-so, like something that people can look forward to keep the whole thing,
going.
to keep it good, keep it going, keep it fun.
Yep. So I mean I'll take it for a minute, unless Crystal, you have something to add real quick about it.
Oh no, I agree with Barry. I mean, if we could do something, just to keep it fun and fresh, to get people like involved in it. I mean, giveaways, like I said, certain amount of money we do something funny, or we get like viewers involved in something. I mean, just something to keep them wanting to come back and help the cause that we're doing right now.
Yeah, agreed. And I know I think I saw one person ask what the hell Smarter Than the Killer meant, and I'll take the credit for that in the title. I thought of it, and the reason how I thought of it was because what I pretty much was doing was kind of like a subliminal message. So the subliminal message in Smarter Than the Killer is the cancer, and smarter is like we're going to become smarter than the killer. Yes, the killer usually wins sometime, in this case of cancer, but if you look at the bright side, then maybe one day we can not only help people pay their bills, but we could also find that cure if we haven't already. But you never know either.
Right.
But, so pretty much what I'm trying to say is, like, killer equals the cancer, which is the killer, and then smarter is, like, us human being that one day we're going to overcome the killer. So that's where the idea came from.
I like that. I definitely like that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was clever, and it would be a nice little thing, like if you got stream one day and you get that one guy that said, "What does that mean?" You can pretty much kind of tell him like what I said, like think of it like this, and then
right, see what they say,
yeah. But so
I think that's a really good thing. I think it's really cool though. That's really unique how you came up with that.
Yeah, that's just sometimes how I work, which is weird, which doesn't really happen too often. But,
that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, exactly. It's just how it works. But I also wanted to talk to you guys because I just wanted to help people understand, too, like we all love horror, but we hate cancer. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much like one of the slogans I also created for this. It's like, hey, if you love horror like we do and hate cancer as much as we do, then come join our team, The Haunters. You can find us on Tiltify, The Haunters. So we are an open group. We'll take anybody if you like our cause and support horror and hate cancer just as much as we do.
So, yeah, but when you say it like that, like I don't need to cut you off, but to everybody, like real quick, I just want to slide it out there. When he says, when Paul says, we're an open group, yes, we will be a part of that, but we will definitely let people in. But here's my thing: I don't want you guys to join in, and then after a week, you just want to leave and not be a part of it. Like if you join us, this is a commitment that you're accepting and that you want to be a part of for the next year. So if this is something that you can't really handle, and you just say, hey, I want to be a part of this, and you know what I mean? Because no matter what happens, when you do that, when we talk about anything related for the stream, or not for the stream, for the charity, when we're doing podcasts, when we're doing, things in channel, you're going to be included in all of that stuff. So, like I said, so if you want to be a part of this and you're 100% sure that you can give us the commitment and this charity the commitment for a year, then we will definitely love to have you. But if you can't, then I don't want you to accept something that you can't fully handle because then at the end of the day, when something happens, I don't want it to come back and bite you, and you know what I mean. So that's what my thing is. If you guys can accept it, then you got to think about it. This is something that you will be committed to for the next year. And if you can't, we're not going to say, hey, look, we hate you for it because you can't do it. No, we respect you. We understand that everybody has
a life of their own.
Yeah, they're like their own, exactly. So, like I said, it's always open. It's always open for people that want to be a part of it. Just remember, if you do accept it and you do say, hey, yes, this is something I want to do, just remember this is a full year commitment that you are agreeing to.
And even if you can't commit, you can always still support us. I mean,
yes.
like I said, that you have your own life, and we understand that. And like I said, we're not going to hate you for it. And you can still support us in any way you can. It's not like if you just can't commit that we're like, go get out. No, you can still be there and support us and go to the cause.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, supporting this charity that we're doing, it's not all about whipping out your credit card and donating money. No, that's not supporting the charity. Supporting the charity is donating if you can, spreading the word about us, telling people that don't even watch Twitch and people that don't really, pay attention to stuff. Spread the word. Facebook, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Spread the word.
So I'm going to interrupt you for a minute, Barry. So, because you just kind of sparked my brain here for a minute. But if I were to make a quote unquote flyer for us, would you print them out and post it around in your neighborhood kind of thing? That's the way I just kind of thought about.
I honestly, I would email them out. I wouldn't even post about them. I mean, because even I feel like nowadays, people that go around by flyers, they look at stuff. I feel like people don't really pay attention to flyers really that much anymore.
It depends on where it is, I think. To be honest.
Yeah,
but I do see what you're saying.
Honestly.
I mean, if you guys made them and I could print them out, we have like a couple, like one local hipsterish coffee shop that I'm pretty sure they'd be okay for me leaving flyers there for people to pick up.
Yeah, that would be my thing too. Before I would even like print the flyers, I would go around the place and be like, hey, if I brought in a flyer, would you mind hanging it up or whatever? So, yeah, I mean, that's what I would do first, because I would hate to kind of spend, I don't know, I forget how much I paid for like a couple flyers a long time ago, but I would just hate to spend the money and then just have it go to waste kind of thing.
Actually, I can tell you something. I can tell you guys something that I can do. Because to everybody that's to listen to the podcast, my day job is I build swimming pools. I'm in the swimming pool business, so I think maybe what I can do is kind of do
spread the word that way.
Spread the word through that stuff. You know what I mean? Spread the word through what I do for a living. And I think that would be really cool, kind of doing like, you know, even make it do like little not postcards, but like do little like business cards and let them know about the charity and let them know about stuff that we're doing, because I can actually talk to my boss about that.
I was gonna say I'll talk to my boss, see if I can put like a thing up at my job.
Yeah, I don't think my job's gonna let me do it.
No, I don't think so. Not with your federal job. Nope.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna let me do that.
Yeah. But no, yeah, so, I know the idea is we kind of want to start doing like what did Vermont say, who's not here at the moment, but he wanted to have us do like a game night every Friday night or something like that. And,
yeah.
but I know how everybody's schedule kind of varies, so, but I know it sounded like we were all kind of down for that, so.
Right.
But I mean.
I'm down for it.
But I mean, that right there is kind of like what we did with your charity, Barry, before we ended it. Which, what would the ending amount? 105?
105, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not bad for a month, I would say. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know from your past charities how much you've ever raised. I don't know if is that what your highest or what, but
no, the most I've ever raised for St. Jude was $1,500.
Holy shit.
And that was 3 years ago.
Damn. So yeah, see, it just varies on stuff. But then again, you gotta look at it like this. One Up on Cancer has to be like a new organization because I've never heard of them before. I've
never heard of One Up on Cancer before.
And I mean, I hope one day in the near future, if One Up on Cancer is listening to this episode, I know that we would love to do a episode with you guys and talk about your organization and like Barry's last charity and this charity that we're trying to do. That way a lot of people could possibly help better understand the organization better. And I think that might be a really good episode because Barry, I know that I would like to be on that episode because that's
I would definitely like to get to know the people that created this great organization.
Right. But yeah, I mean it's a start. I mean we got a whole year to figure out what we can do to advertise this. But I mean I know like streaming is one way. I mean I gotta try to get back into streaming again. It's been a while for me, so it's hard. 'Cause I just don't feel like I talk much, but then again, I don't feel like I got the viewers to really talk. So, but with the new channel, Everything Horror Podcast for Twitch, I need to start figuring out better ways to promote that too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so anyway, we already have a couple donations already. Well, 2 technically. So we're at $20, and that's from Barry's mom. Mama Sky was the first to donate to the charity. And then Crystal here donated $10 because she wanted to pledge $1 every time she died on Friday the 13th. But I will let you guys talk about what your ideas are for this charity, and I'll come back if I need to. But right now, I just wanted to kind of get multiple opinions up on like what we plan on doing with the charity to help get it out there too for people to support. So, Christo, if you would like to start first, go for it.
Well, like I said, ideas, I mean, it's going to be a lot of word of mouth. I mean, you know, if you guys are listening, please spread the word. I mean, share the Facebook page, share our links, come to our Twitch, you know, Tiltify page, and like, hey, check out this, you know, like I said, even if you can't donate, spreading the word still helps us.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, hang out flyers, different local businesses. Like I said, I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure I could get at least 2 businesses downtown that would probably be okay with me leaving flyers there for people to pick up for this charity. Also, like I said, I love to get you guys involved, like the listeners and the people who follow us on Twitch. I would love to get you guys involved, whether if you're playing games with us, if we're Twitching for either teams or some game. You know, getting you guys involved, getting you to want to see, you know, hey, they really are working for a good cause. They really want to help people. I mean, doing giveaways, things like that. I mean, I want not just this to be for us, but for you guys as well, because, I mean, we all know people who have either fought cancer and beat it, or some of us have loved ones or friends who have lost that battle with cancer. And I want this to be a big community that we can all come together and fight for a cause, because I lost my grandpa to cancer, so it's a big deal. I mean, I've never really been at a charity event like this before, but this really means a lot to me, so I want this to mean a lot to you guys too. And I mean, if you guys have ideas, if you guys think, hey, this would be a good idea, send it to us. Whether it be, like I said, game nights, giveaways, something you want, let us know. Even if it's PlayStation gift cards or something, you know, just let us know. Just give us ideas so we can know what to work with to help you guys get more involved with our organization.
And I'll say one thing too. So another thing that you guys can do to help out spread the word too is if you find us on iTunes, make sure to rate us 5 stars, and that will help let people know too and see our episodes. And then when they see our episodes about like our charity for One Up on Cancer, then they'll even hear, and then maybe they can help spread the word around as well. So just remember, you can rate us on iTunes. You can rate us on Facebook now. You can tell us it's a shitty podcast and leave suggestions, or you can tell us that it's the best damn podcast that you've ever heard. I mean, that's just another way to spread the love. While, like what we've even said too, like share the link. You don't have to donate. Just sharing the link even helps support us.
That is true.
The cause.
That is true.
And I mean, if you can't donate, if you do want to donate and you're like, I don't have a lot of money, donate $1. $1 helps.
$1 can go a long ways.
But $1 means more to somebody than you can ever imagine who's facing something like this.
Exactly.
Every dollar counts, guys.
Exactly. But, Barry, did you have any ideas for the charity of what you kind of wanted to do? I know you kind of did some last time with, like, you don't. What did you do? You donated every time you died, too, or something?
Yeah. So basically, to what I'm going to be doing with my channel is the charity. This charity means a lot to me. Like more than any other charity that I've helped, that I was part of ever. So do definitely to everybody that, even if there's anybody that watches my channel that, you know, that's listening to the podcast, my channel alone will be doing a lot of stuff for this charity when it comes to giveaways and to doing these small little challenges to where I will personally be donating money. Like I was telling Paul and Crystal before, I will be donating a lot of money to charity. I will be doing it because with me, I have a little extra money, and I would definitely want to give every penny. I want to give every dollar that I can to help better somebody else, better somebody else's day, and to help the less fortunate. So I will be doing that a lot in my channel. And like I said, to everybody that's in my channel, to everybody that watches my channel, I will be playing a lot of games like that I haven't played yet, or that I haven't gotten the opportunity to beat. I will be bringing a lot of games back that I stopped playing in the past to do this for the organization. I'm going to be getting. I definitely want to be a better variety streamer, and I want to try to bring as many people from different games as possible to the charity, and that's what we're going to be doing. And like I said before, the giveaways, I'll probably start doing a little bit more giveaways. I'll definitely be starting. I definitely want to do the milestone things. But like I said, my channel a lot is going to be, to anybody that listens, my channel is going to be doing a lot of stuff for this charity and to this organization. So I'm just to look forward to that in the future. And also, I decided to do this yesterday. I never brought it up yet. But because I got the affiliation through Twitch, to everybody that doesn't know what the affiliation is, you can now, people can down change to you, and when you hit a certain amount, you can cash out. All of my cash outs through the Twitch affiliation program will be going to One Up on Cancer. I won't be keeping any of it to myself. Every time I cash out, the money will be going to charity. So look forward to that. And yeah, guys, it's like I said, we got a long road ahead of us with the whole year, but it's probably going to be the best year of my life. So,
right.
So I can't wait.
I plan to do a lot of stuff. Like I said, like Paul was saying, I did Friday 13th. I did a charity event. Every time I died, I donated $1, which actually very like, if you die, you got to donate $5. Well, I didn't die that match, but
I was kind of hoping for you to die, but okay.
I still donated $5 to the charity, even though I lived. I said, no matter what, I'll donate $5. So I lived, but I still donated $5, and I got to $10, which my first charity event, it's not bad. You know, it's not bad. So I will be a lot doing like stuff like that. Of course, I'll probably do charity events with Overwatch. I'll probably do charity events with other little horror games that I play, things like that. And also, what like they were saying, the Twitch affiliate, we now can get like game revenue if you buy games off our page, which that will also help Barry if you want to buy games and he plays off his page to help him donate to the charity. But then he also gets money from that as well. If it's certain games that you buy now on his page, click it, buy it if you want to play it, and that money will go to the charity.
Yep, exactly. And that's another way, like Crystal was saying, guys, that is another way for you to donate to the channel. Like, you might not physically have to pull out your credit card and donate, but say there's a game that I'm playing, or me and Crystal are playing together, even if we're playing together, separate or together, and you're watching our channel, and there's a little thing at the bottom, like she said, that says buy now. What you're doing is you're buying the game through Amazon. But that, when you buy that through us, and because we're Twitch affiliations, we get, like she was saying, we get a portion of that profit, and we get 5%, I believe. We get 5% of that cost. So like I said, that even when you do stuff like that, you're technically donating to the charity because that money, no matter what, is going to go to charity. So that's another way for you to be able to donate to the charity and support the cause. So that's going to be another cool thing. So definitely, I definitely 100% agree with her on that one.
And I was telling Bear earlier, Twitch is working with the affiliates to get us subscriptions. So if you do want to subscribe to our channels and support us, that's also another way. Not only are you supporting us, but you're also supporting the charity as well. Because, you get different little perks with our channel. Once you subscribe, you know what's going on. You can be more involved with us. So that's also, when they get that up and running, will be a third way that you can help on our Twitch pages.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of little things you can do. I mean, if you buy cheers, they're only a few little cents. I mean, I think it's $1.40 for like 100 cheers. So it's $1. You're donating $1. I mean, every little thing counts.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I mean, like I said, guys, no matter what happens at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's not about, it's about the charity and what they represent and making a difference for people that are less fortunate than us, that are going through a tough time. Like I said, One Up on Cancer is a charity organization to raise money for cancer, but it's also to raise money to help people that have cancer to pay their bills. And like I said, guys, no matter what happens, don't get me wrong, being an adult, the worst feeling in the world is knowing that you can't pay your bills. Honestly, it's very hard to live in this world nowadays when you're in debt. And to be honest with you, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I don't do what I do on Twitch because I enjoy making money. I do what I do in Twitch because I enjoy making people smile, and I enjoy brightening up people's days. So, like I said, everything helps. Like I said, you don't have to donate, just spreading the word, even telling even if you're going to work and be like, hey, look, I was watching this person's stream and they're doing this charity, and even if they said, well, I don't want to donate. Well, you don't have to donate. Why don't you just tell somebody about it? Hey, tell somebody that I told you this. You know what I mean? Spread the word. And that's another great way that could, because no matter what happens, people are gonna, when you spread the word, people are gonna start getting curious. And when people start getting curious, then they're gonna start looking us up, and they're gonna start looking up the organization, and they're gonna start looking up what they represent and who they are. And you never know. People might actually, people could talk a big talk, but when people are by themselves, they're like, hey, look, yeah, exactly. They can't walk the walk, and when you tell somebody about it, you never know. That person will be like, yeah, I'm not going to donate to the charity, but I guarantee that person that tells you they're not going to donate to the charity is going to go home that night. They're going to go home that night, they're going to search up the organization, they're going to search up and look and see what the organization's about and how good the cause is, and they're going to throw a couple dollars, guarantee it.
And they'll probably do it anonymously, so you can't tell. So
exactly.
And that's fine, too. If you don't want to be known and donate, you can always be anonymous and donate. I mean, whatever.
Yep.
I'm all for it.
You don't have to put your name in there.
Yeah, and then maybe what I'll start doing, too, is making a list of the donators, too, which you guys will be the top first two anyway, so, yeah, I'll probably do that as well. On my stream anyway, I'll make the list. So.
But I do have to agree with what Barry said about being an adult, and the scariest thing is not being able to pay your bills, and it's even more terrifying when you're going through such a terrible situation with cancer. If you don't know, cancer bills are very expensive. I mean, you've got chemo, you've got radiation, you've got everything, you've got surgeries to try to, prevent it from spreading. So just think, if you're struggling to pay your light bill, right, if you're struggling to pay your light bill or your water bill, imagine how these people are with not only that, but with medical bills piling on top of each other and each other and each other. There's a lot of people who choose to pay their bills instead of getting medical treatment because they just can't afford it. people lose homes, vehicles, they lose everything because they cannot pay their medical bill. And that's what One Up on Cancer really helps. I mean, I would hate to have that feeling. I hate to pay my medical bill now, but I pay it. But I'm fortunate that I have just those bills and not something like that on top of it as well.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But, yeah, so pretty much the idea of this charity is not only to help raise money for a great cause, but we want to, not sounding like, I'm lacking the term I want to use, but not to sound funny, I guess I'm going to say, for lack of a better wording, but we want to have fun with the charity too. And what I mean by that is, like, we all want to do more with the community, whether you guys want to come have fun with us gaming wise, if you guys want to help join the cause because you feel like what we're trying to do is your thing and you can be strong enough to help us for that year. For being in a year, charity is definitely gonna be tough because that's a lot of word of mouth that we gotta all do. So, like, every time we stream, we're gonna have to mention it because it's like, hey, if you haven't heard, we're doing this charity. So, I mean, just think of it like that. And like Barry said, if you have the heart to do it, you can join our team, the Haunters, on Tiltify, which you can go to bit.ly dash smarter than killer, and that's going to bring you to the page on Tiltify where you can donate. You can see the team, the Haunters, where you can possibly join, I believe. You can click on, like, the Haunters, and I think it brings you to, like, the team page where you get to see everybody who is in the team so far, where you can join it. I don't know if you got to be approved for it yet, but I don't remember. Did you guys get an email when you guys first joined? Did it say something about you're waiting to get approved or something? I forget.
Yeah, I did.
I think I got one.
Okay, so maybe then you'll have to get approved first, which might be one of us approving it. So I do try to make it fair for everybody. So what I mean by that is, like, if, like, let's say Crystal wanted to start another charity for another cause, she could, and then she could make it also another team charity. So we would have like two that we could support. But I think for our first charity as a team, I think one charity is good to start off with, and then maybe sometime next year, maybe after our first charity is done, then maybe we can kind of focus on maybe trying out another one at the same time. Maybe. We'll see. Barry, I know Barry, I know you do one every year too, so does that mean next year too?
Yeah, well, no matter what happens, I always do one. So, like I said, my charity this year was for the One Up on Cancer through Mama Sky. And now, and it's not really I'm doing a charity right now. I'm a part of one with you guys. But I don't know, as of next year, maybe, like I said, if we keep on doing this and and the charity is this great thing that people are still supporting, then maybe I might do another charity. I don't know. We'll see how things pan out, though. But I'm pretty sure I'll do another charity.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'll say it again. I mean, you are more than welcome to join our team, the Haunters, if you have the heart to help out with One Up on Cancer. I know one day, like I've already stated, and like I said, I'm just going to kind of say it again so that way it's out there again. But I am trying to stay in touch with the people from One Up on Cancer to try to figure out a date to do an episode with them. And that way it can work with not just me, but Barry here or whoever else wants to join. That way it would be a nice conversation of trying to learn One Up on Cancer, how they got involved with this organization and like everything else. So I mean, they're very nice people. I can't express that enough.
Yeah. And like Paul says, guys, about the whole organization, I will state this one thing. Another thing is, guys, if you guys do it on Twitter, if you guys do support us on Twitter and, want to spread the word through that way, please tag One Up on Cancer in everything that you guys do, because one, I want them to know that, hey, look, this person is supporting their cause. I want you to be able to tag that person. I want you to be able to tag, no matter what you say, if you're sharing a link or if you're doing this and you're talking about, hey, look, this guy is doing, is supporting a great cause. If you're tagging us on Twitter, tag One Up on Cancer on Twitter too, because at the end of the day, it shows them, hey, look, this charity is still growing, and there's still people there. There are people in this world that are there are more people becoming a part of this charity every day. There's more people, so you got to let them know and spread the word, so they know, hey, look, this organization, it is supporting a good cause, and it's doing its job into trying to raise money for cancer and help those less fortunate out. So, like I said, guys, for me, honestly, on my end, if you're going to tag us on Twitter and you're going to tag anything on Twitter about the charity, please tag One Up on Cancer, because at the end of the day,
they'll retweet that shit, they'll like it, and they'll probably even talk to you.
Yeah, they will share that. They will show the love, and not just the fact that they're raising money for their organization's a good cause, but maybe people that helped, or maybe people that One Up on Cancer helped pay the bills or helped raise money for and help out. Maybe they will see it and they will start spreading the word. So definitely try to help the charity and definitely try to help the organization out as best as possible.
Yeah, at the end of this episode, I will put the links up for One Up on Cancer. But one thing I want to express too is that you do not have Facebook, and if you do not have Twitter, then check out their website at oneuponcancer.org. That is oneuponcancer.org, and that will tell you pretty much everything, like what they're about, their media knowledge, how to contact them, support. Like, just go check it out, because that's what I did.
Yep.
But, okay. I think that's pretty much about it, unless I'm missing something here. But, Crypto, do you have anything else to add on your end?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Like, I think we pretty much covered everything. Like, I said, go show those guys love. They're doing a great cause. And like I said, whatever you can do to help spread the word, whether it's word of mouth, social media, if you can donate, like I said, everything helps. So, I mean, we Barry said, we just don't want you guys to donate. We want you guys to be a part of it. And just whatever you can do to help, do it. I mean, it doesn't take long to copy and paste the link and spread the word. So, I mean, if that's what you want to do, copy and paste that link, and there you go. There is your help towards our cause. But I really look forward to be able to, like I said, incorporate you guys into our streams, our little goofy challenges we do. I really want this to be a fun experience and also an awesome experience for people who are raising this money for. So, yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do a quick little shout out to Daniel, Ryan, and Megan from Dit Day, who's also been supportive with the podcast as well, who we keep in touch every now and then. Well, I'll hear from them or I'll see how they're doing and stuff. But another thing too is like they just put Dit Day Massacre or Dit Day, depending on what region you're in. But they just announced a Dit Day game, drinking game, where that is pretty ridiculous. And the rules are on ditchthefilm.com, ditchthefilm.com or something like that. I'm now drawing a blank on their website, which is bad. But, yeah, thefilmditch.com. If you go there, there is a drinking game rules. And what you could even do, if you want that way, you could always play the game of, hey, if Vic kills you, maybe you could donate $1. If you survive, then you can pass on the link because you don't have to donate or something. Have fun that way, too. I mean, they are great people. We interviewed them for the premiere of Season 2, so if you haven't yet, go check out that amazing interview. I know that we are talking about possibly bringing them back on an episode sometime in the future. But just like we've stated in this episode, everybody had their own lives, and sometimes we get too busy to even pay to the point where we struggle to pay our bills and stuff. But in this case, they just have a family, and everybody's just busy. But that's another film you should go and support. It's Dit Day. Go check it out. It's free on Amazon Prime. And then maybe if Vic gets you, you can donate $1 to the cause. Wink, wink. Nah, you don't have to. But spread the word, guys. And that's pretty much about it on my end. You guys can find me on Twitter at EHPodcast. Or at freaking Twitter is EHPodcast. So that's EHPodcast. Did I just fuck that up? EHPodcast. There we go. Damn it. Alright. So yeah, that's where you can find us. You can find us at EHPodcasts at Twitter and Instagram at the same thing, and Facebook with the same link. But those links will be up too. But anyway, without further ado, you guys, is there any way to get a hold of you besides your Twitches? You can even that's also our Twitch too, by the way, which I'm not going to say that again, so you should already know. But anyway, you guys Barry, where can people find you if you want people to find you?
If you guys want to find me on Twitter, I'm at SkyHighGaming28 on Twitter. If you guys want to find me on Instagram, it's just Sky High Gaming. Facebook is Sky High Gaming. Also, guys, I will let Paul do it. If you guys have any further questions and you want to know about it, you can also email me too. And I'll put my email. I'll let Paul put my email in the description below. Yeah, guys, send me if you have any questions. Email me and let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best as possible. To let you know, give you more insight about what's going on and what you can expect from my end and from Paul and Crystal's end. So that's where you guys can find me.
Yeah, you guys can email the podcast if you'd like at everythinghorrorpodcast@gmail.com. Crystal, where can people find you?
Well, of course, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv Cristello_Lavello. You can also find me on Twitter under Cristello Games. I also have a Facebook, which is Cristello Twitch TV. And if you guys want to email me, my email is southerndead@gmail.com. That's southerndead@gmail.com. And I'll answer any questions you got as quickly and as the best of my knowledge as possible. I mean, if you have ideas for the charity, things like that, hit me up. I'm always on my phone. I'm always checking emails, so you'll probably get a pretty quick response out of me.
Same with me.
Nah.
Yeah.
Same with me. I live on my phone.
I do too.
Who doesn't
Especially
anymore?
Facebook. You get on my Facebook, I'm always on Facebook. So hit me up on Priscilla Twitch TV, and I'm there.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to this great cause episode, as I'm going to call it. Once again, guys, if you remember, $1 goes a long ways in this world for somebody struggling to pay their bills. So, once again, everybody here on this episode, Barry and Crystal, would like to thank you for listening. And like always, guys, stay scary.
Stay scary.
Scary.